Hello everybody, my name's Tristan and I wanted to make a video for you on 5 things that I hate about my Dodge Challenger RT. I've had my car for a little bit over a year now and I've put about 40,000 miles on this car, and in this year and 40,000 miles I have noticed a few things that I really don't like about this car, and it took me forever to come up with this list. There's a lot more things that I love about this car than I hate about this car, so some of these things might seem nitpicky, but it's what I could come up with. And this list is in no particular order, it's just whatever I came up with first is the way that I'm giving it to you guys. So with all of that being said, let's get straight into the video.
Alrighty, so number one would have to be these C-pillars right here. It's just a real big annoyance when you're trying to back out of a parking spot. You have to be a little bit more mindful of it. I've never had a problem with them whenever I was trying to merge. Like I said, you just have to be mindful and just kind of keep an eye out. But it's really not that big of an issue.
So reason number 2 would have to be the skip shift on this car. Basically what skip shift is it locks you out of second gear when you go from first to second, and it forces you to go into fourth gear. And that can be a real big hassle, especially when you're trying to well, for example, turn right and there's a car coming that's going a little bit faster than you originally thought. And you try to get up to speed and you try to put it in second gear, and it forces you to go into fourth, and it just bogs your car down. Yeah, it only takes a second to get back into second gear, but it's just a real big annoyance. Number 3 would have to be that it weighs way too much. It is way too heavy. When I'm going to compare it to the other muscle car coupes, I'm excluding the Charger in this because, of course, the Charger is going to weigh more. It's a sedan. But according to Google, this car weighs about 4,080 pounds. The 2012 Mustang GT weighed about 3,600 pounds, and the 2012 Camaro SS weighed about 3,800 pounds. While that extra couple hundred pounds might not sound like that big of a deal, when you're trying to race somebody, it really is, especially because this car has less horsepower than these other cars. Which leads me into the 4th reason. The 4th reason being that it doesn't have quite enough horsepower that I would like for it to have. It has about 375 horsepower, and from what I found, the 2012 Mustang GT had about 412 horsepower, and the 2012 Camaro SS had about 426 horsepower. Again, that might not sound like that big of a difference, but it is, especially when this car is so much heavier than the other cars. I would have liked to have seen this car pushed up closer to 400, maybe a little bit past 400, just to put it in the range with the other muscle cars, with those other 2 muscle cars that I was just talking about. And again, some of this stuff might sound nitpicky, but it's just what I could come up with.
So the 5th and final thing that I hate about my Dodge Challenger would have to be these taillights. When you compare them to the 2015 and up taillights, they just don't look quite as nice. I'm not that big of a fan of just the big red rectangle look, and from what I've researched, it's a bit of a challenge, if not impossible, to change out these taillights. So a lot of people just add that black strip right there, like Bobby from Muscle vs. Tuners did, and I'm probably going to end up doing that because I really like the way that looks.
Alrighty, so that was 5 things that I hate about my Dodge Challenger. My next video is probably going to be 5 things that I love about my Dodge Challenger. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it, please subscribe. It would mean a lot. Be safe and have a good one.